You think you know Louisville? I'm Adam from Destination Deca, and today we're diving deep into the top 10 things to do in Louisville, Kentucky. From legendary racetracks and world-class museums to riverfront sunsets and even an underground playground. Stick around for 2 bonus picks and my best travel tips so your trip runs like a perfect lap. Hey, I'm Adam. Welcome back to Destination Deca. This is a long, detailed guide for anyone planning a first visit or a return trip to Louisville. I'll give you history, fun facts, where to eat, how to save time, and exact tips so you can plan like a local. If you love in-depth travel guides, hit subscribe and let's explore Louisville. 10. Churchill Downs. Churchill Downs is more than a racetrack. It's where American horse racing, pageantry, and derby lore collide. Opened in 1875, the course is the birthplace of the Kentucky Derby and a symbol of Louisville's sporting soul. Churchill Downs grew from 19th-century local racing meets into an international spectacle. The first Kentucky Derby was run in 1875. The Twin Spires, built in 1895, became the racetrack's signature silhouette and are photographed worldwide. Visit the Kentucky Derby Museum. Interactive exhibits, race day fashions, archival footage, and curator-led talks. Book a paddock to post guided tour. Behind-the-scenes barn access, explanation of horse care routines, and a look at the winner's circle. Attend a race day. Morning paddock rituals, afternoon betting excitement, evening post-race celebrations. Sample the mint julep experience at a sanctioned spot on the grounds. Fun facts. The race distance settled on 1¼ miles and the winner receives a blanket of red roses. The "Run for the Roses" tradition dates back over a century. 9. Louisville Zoo. The Louisville Zoo mixes conservation work with family-friendly experiences. A solid half-day to full-day stop for animal lovers and families. The modern Louisville Zoo evolved through late 20th century expansions focused on naturalistic habitats and conservation partnerships. It participates in breeding programs for endangered species and global conservation initiatives. Gorilla Forest. Watch troop dynamics, and check keeper talk times for feeding windows. Glacier Run. Cold climate species in immersive habitats, excellent for photography. Keeper talks and animal encounters. Pre-book behind-the-scenes options if offered. Seasonal events. Zubu and holiday light events draw big crowds, check schedules. Fun facts. The zoo's species programs help sustain populations of threatened animals and contribute to international reintroduction efforts. Trip tips. Arrive at opening to see animals most active and avoid midday heat in summer. Buy timed entry tickets online to reduce waiting. 8. Waterfront Park. Waterfront Park is Louisville's reinvention of its river edge, the city's living room, festival stage, and the best place to soak in skyline views. The park is a deliberate riverfront revitalization that replaced industrial uses with parkland designed to withstand flooding, host major events, and reconnect the city to the Ohio River. Walk or bike along the river trail. Link up with the Big 4 Bridge approach. Picnic on the Great Lawn at sunset. Bring a blanket, snacks, and a portable speaker for ambience. Check the event calendar for Thunder over Louisville, air show and fireworks, live concerts, and seasonal festivals. Rent kayaks or paddleboards in warmer months to see Louisville from the water. Fun facts. The park's landscaping includes flood-adaptive design and native plantings to tolerate seasonal water level changes. Trip tips. Weekdays and early mornings are quiet. Weekends host events, so plan accordingly. Bring layered clothing. River breezes can be cool at sunset. 7. Louisville Slugger Museum and Amp Factory. Louisville and the baseball bat are practically synonyms. The Louisville Slugger Museum captures a piece of Americana and sports history you can touch. Hillerick and Amp. Bradsby started producing bats in the late 1800s. the Louisville Slugger became a branded staple among baseball pros and amateurs alike. Factory tour. Watch bats turn from blanks to finished products, learn about wood selection and curing. Museum galleries. View historic bats used by baseball legends, learn manufacturing innovations and read player stories. Participate in the batting cage and take a photo in the life-size batter's box in front of the giant bat. Fun facts. The Slugger production process blends traditional turning techniques with modern finishing. Signature bats hold stories of games won and historic moments. 6. Belle of Louisville riverboats. The Belle of Louisville is living history, a paddle-wheel steamer that takes you back to an era when rivers were the highways of America. Launched in 1914, the Belle is one of the oldest operating Mississippi-style steamboats. It's a National Historic Landmark with a performance and event calendar that celebrates the Ohio River's role in Louisville's growth. Daytime sightseeing cruises for city narration and photo ops. Evening jazz or dinner cruises for live music, food, and skyline lights. Special event cruises on holiday weekends or race day-themed runs. Fun facts. The Belle carried presidents and performers. She's a living museum with stories on every deck. Trip tips. Book ahead for evening and themed cruises. Weekend runs sell out fast. Dress smart casual for dinner cruises and bring a light jacket for breezy decks. For photography, the bow offers unobstructed skyline views. Use a polarizer to reduce river glare during the day. 5. Muhammad Ali Center. The Muhammad Ali Center is a moving, reflective, and thought-provoking tribute to one of Louisville's most famous sons. It's about boxing, yes, but more importantly about a life shaped by conviction, courage, and community. Ali, born Cassius Clay in Louisville, became a global cultural force. The center opened to preserve his legacy and to advance principles of respect, confidence, and social justice through rotating exhibitions and educational programming. Walk through the core galleries: early life, boxing career, activism, and global humanitarian pursuits. Attend lectures, film screenings, and community programs when scheduled. Fun facts. The center emphasizes Ali's humanitarian work as much as his in-ring accomplishments. It frames his life as a series of active choices aligned with strong principles. 4. Louisville Mega Cavern. Beneath Louisville's streets lies an old limestone mine-turned-adventure playground, the Louisville Mega Cavern. It's the unexpected high point, or low point if you prefer, of city attractions. The Mega Cavern began as an industrial limestone mine. Over decades it evolved into an underground multi-purpose space used for storage, emergency stockpiles, and now tourism and adventure infrastructure. Tram tour. History of the mine, subterranean geography, and modern uses. Adventure courses. Mega Quest ropes course and underground zip lines that thread massive chambers. Trip tips. Wear closed-toe shoes and comfortable clothing. Temperatures are cool underground, so bring a light layer. Book adventure activities early. Zip lines and ropes courses have limited capacity. 3. Big Four Bridge. The Big Four Bridge is a beautiful, practical civic conversion. A former rail line transformed into a pedestrian gateway between Kentucky and Indiana. Once a rail bridge carrying people and freight, it was rehabilitated for pedestrians and bicyclists and reopened in 2013, linking trail networks and acting as a nightly light art installation. Walk or bike across for skyline views and river perspective. Time a crossing for sunset. Stay after dark to see the programmable LED lighting shows. Start a walking route that connects Waterfront Park to Jeffersonville dining and riverfront attractions. Fun facts. The bridge is illuminated with a programmable LED system that often highlights local events, causes, or holiday colors. Trip tips. Accessibility is good. The ramps are gradual and bike-friendly. For photos, long exposures from the bridge capture reflections and light trails. Bring a tripod if you're serious about night photography. 2. 4th Street Live. If Louisville had a nightlife heartbeat, 4th Street Live would be it, an entertainment district where locals and visitors meet for food, music, and big event nights. 4th Street Live was developed to bring nightlife back to downtown with a curated mix of restaurants, bars, and event programming. Fun facts. The district is central to downtown revitalization and often hosts citywide festivals and watch parties tied to Louisville's sports and cultural life. Weeknights are calmer for conversation. Weekends require reservations for popular restaurants. Use rideshare at night to avoid parking hassles. Check early for event-specific rules. 1. Waterfront Park, featured. Revisiting Waterfront Park as number 1 is intentional. It's where Louisville gathers, celebrates, and breathes, a dynamic, public-hearted space that ties together so many of the city's best experiences. Why it's the top pick, deeper explanation. Waterfront Park is Louisville's civic anchor. It's accessible, hosts the city's largest public events, links to the Big Four bridge and riverboat departures, and provides the visual center for skyline photography. What to do? Detailed list. Morning walk or jog to watch river traffic and sunrise. Daytime family activities, playgrounds, lawn games, and paddle sports. Evening festivals and concerts with food trucks and vendor markets. Trip tips. Bring layers, river nights are cooler than inland downtown. Check the park calendar. The largest events require ticketing and early arrival for parking. Use the park for golden hour photography and for family days with space for kids to run. Bonus 1. Kentucky Museum of Art and Craft, KMAC. KMAC is an intimate, well-curated museum championing contemporary craft and regional makers. A great stop if you crave unique local art or want a quieter cultural moment. What to do? Explore rotating exhibitions focused on craft, design, and regional narratives. Attend gallery talks, workshops, or evening openings that often pair with local dining in Nulu. Bonus 2. Ohio River dinner cruises and walking routes. For a more relaxed river perspective, book a dinner cruise or an evening sightseeing run. Alternately, walk mixed riverfront routes and hit riverside restaurants. What to do? Book themed dinner cruises, jazz nights, or scenic passenger runs for skyline views. There you have it. My top 10 things to do in Louisville, Kentucky, plus 2 extra spots you shouldn't miss. If this guide helped you plan, smash the like button, subscribe to Destination Deca for more long, in-depth travel guides, and leave a comment telling me which spot you're hitting first. I'm Adam. I'll see you on the next trip.